The story opens at a lakeside cabin where a group of friends are spending a quiet trip together. The day feels ordinary at first. Calm water, muted sunlight, the soft hush of trees surrounding the cabin. But an unease hangs in the air, almost invisible until one friend grows strangely still, her movements no longer matching her expression, as if something unseen has claimed her thoughts. What begins as a small shift becomes a violent eruption, and within moments, the peaceful cabin turns into a place of sudden terror. The opening ends with the camera gliding over the water, revealing a connection to something ancient underneath the surface, setting the tone for everything that follows. Far away, in a worn Los Angeles apartment building, Beth arrives unexpectedly to visit her sister Ellie. Beth carries her own private turmoil, a sense that she has been running for too long and is just now realizing she has no direction left. Ellie, already struggling to raise her 3 children alone, tries to keep her chaotic home stitched together, despite the building's slow decay. Pipes rattle, lights flicker, and the narrow hallways feel claustrophobic, like a place slowly being swallowed by time. Beth's arrival brings warmth for a moment, but beneath it is a tension between them. Unresolved hurts, unspoken grievances, and the fatigue of living lives that don't match who they hope to become. That night, an earthquake shakes the building. Dust falls from the ceiling, dishes rattle, and the concrete beneath the parking garage cracks open like a wound. When the shaking stops, Ellie's son Danny discovers a hidden cavity in the garage floor. Inside it, he finds remnants of an old bank vault, abandoned, quiet, and oddly preserved. Among the scattered objects lies a strange, ancient book, wrapped in age and secrecy, along with a set of recordings. Danny brings them upstairs, unaware of what he has pulled into his family's life. Curiosity leads him to explore the recordings, where a distant, scholarly voice discusses the book's disturbing history. As the words play, something stirs, as if awakened by being remembered. The atmosphere in the apartment shifts. The lights dim, the air presses down, and the building itself seems to inhale. Ellie, trapped in the elevator during this moment, is yanked violently by unseen forces. The elevator ropes tense unnaturally, pulling her upward, twisting metal and bodies alike. When the doors finally slide open, Ellie is changed. Her eyes hollow, her movements wrong, as though something ancient has taken residence inside her. Beth senses the shift instantly. Ellie moves through the apartment with a wrongness that grows by the second. The children stand frozen as their mother's behavior becomes increasingly unpredictable, her warmth replaced with something cold and mocking. What begins as confusion quickly becomes danger, and the apartment morphs into a cage where escape is blocked by a broken elevator and a locked stairwell. Beth tries to protect the children, guiding them into the kitchen, urging them to stay calm, even as the situation spirals beyond anything she can comprehend. As the night deepens, the building grows darker, the corridors outside their door filling with echoes of other tenants caught in the same nightmare. Ellie's condition sharpens into something predatory, and Beth must face the awful truth that the person she is fighting is no longer her sister. The apartment becomes a battleground of survival. Rooms that were once filled with family clutter now feel cruel, crowded with shadows and tension. The children cling to Beth, terrified of what their mother has become, while Beth takes on the role she had always been afraid to claim, the one who stands between them and the threat closing in. The chaos spreads through the floor. Neighbors who step out into the hallway are overtaken by the same presence that claimed Ellie, transforming them into something relentless and cold. Doors slam, lights flicker, and the corridors fill with movement just out of sight. Beth and the remaining children retreat deeper into the apartment, only to realize the walls cannot protect them forever. Their world has shrunk to a handful of rooms, with nowhere left to run. In the final act, Beth manages to flee with the children toward the basement, seeking a way out through the parking garage. The building's claustrophobic belly becomes the stage for the last confrontation. The shadows twist, and something monstrous, something made of what once were familiar faces, emerges from the darkness. Beth, exhausted, terrified, but fiercely protective, pushes forward with a determination she didn't know she had. In the garage's eerie glow, she faces the culmination of everything that began with that cracked floor and the book sealed in the vault. When the night finally breaks, Beth and the surviving child escape into the cold morning air. The building stands silent behind them, carrying the weight of what happened inside. The story closes with a quiet, unsettling shift. Another tenant from the same building heads toward the lake cabin seen in the opening.